So this is a story time about the time that I got in a really bad wreck. And mainly everybody knows about it, but they don't know the full story. All they know is they saw the pictures and know I got in a really bad wreck. Like, they just don't know the full story. So I'm going to tell y'all today. So we were all going to have a girls trip, and this story takes place on June 7th, and June 7th of 2018 was on a Thursday this past June. So at 7:40 that morning, we took my mom's car to the shop because somebody ran into her car in the parking garage and they scrapped her car up really bad. So she had to go get a paint job on it. So yeah. So we had to take her car to the shop. And then my sister at like 9 o'clock had to take her car to the shop because somebody hit her and they needed to fix it because it was drivable, but it wasn't gonna be safe. So after me and my mom took her car to the shop so it can get fixed, we went to the airport and picked up our rental car. And then as soon as we picked up our rental car, we went to go get my sister from the shop that she had to drop her car off at. And then as soon as we left that shop, we went to my mom's friend's house to pick up my mom's friend and her daughter because they was going to the beach with us. So it was 5 girls and a Dodge Journey 2018 SUV. So keep in mind the seating chart. It was my mom was the driver, my mom's friend's daughter was the passenger, and it was my sister Chelsea, and then me, and then my mom's friend Kathy. Well, we was driving down to the beach, and we just got into Birmingham, and like we was all hungry and tired, and like we had sweatpants on. Like it was sweatpants, t-shirts. People had makeup on. Some people didn't. People had their hair pulled up. I actually had makeup on and I curled my hair the night before. So, I mean, I could have like just throw some comfy clothes on, but all I had on was a t-shirt and shorts so I could just be comfy, and I had all my chocolates. So, my mom was like, okay, let's just go like get out of Birmingham and then we'll stop before we get into Montgomery. So we was all fine with that. So we was like looking at the road signs and seeing what kind of restaurants they had to eat and everything like that. So we saw this exit, and it was exit 205, which was Clayton, Alabama. And they had a Whataburger, and I was craving Whataburger at this time. And Caitlin never had Whataburger, so she wanted to try it. So we got off at exit 205. We got up to the red light, and then if you go straight, that's how you get back on the exit. But if you look to your left, there was a bunch of gas stations and hotels over there. And then if you look to the right, it was a Whataburger and a barbecue place. And then across the street was a gas station. So we turned left at the red light to go to Whataburger, and there was like, it was a highway. So it was like a turning lane in the middle. And there was 2 lanes and then 2 lanes. So we got in the turning lane. As soon as we crossed the bridge, there was the turn lane with Whataburger and all that. So, and then there was like cars coming. Like we couldn't go because there was cars coming. So there was like this huge hill like a mile up the road. And this hill, it was not big, but like it came over like a curve, so you couldn't really see the cars coming. And so yeah, this time it was like 3:15, around like 3:30, it was somewhere around there. And so we was like talking about the gas and all that, and finally we didn't see no more cars coming, so we went because it was clear. And then all of a sudden I turned my head. Me and my mom's friend Kathy, we both turned our head and we said, "Mom, there's a truck coming really fast." This truck was coming 80 to 90 over this hill, knowing that there might have been a car or something. Well, he was in the lane beside the turning lane, and then we was almost in there, but like my mom stopped when we was out of his lane. So he jumped over in our lane and he hit our front tire, the front right tire. So we spin, and then he spun, and somehow his truck went like that. And like it got like in the driveway of the Whataburger. So at this time I'm passed out, and I didn't know anything. And I woke up to people shaking me and screaming, because when I passed out, like as soon as we got hit and the car like stopped, everybody jumped out but me and Caitlin. And so this time the ambulance was already in our car checking everybody out, trying to get Caitlin out because her door didn't end when he hit us, so they cannot get the door open. And so when all of that happened, okay, when that happened, they pronounced me dead at the scene. But then finally, like, I woke up and I was just like, where am I? What's going on? What happened? Like, I was just asking like all these questions, like, what happened? What happened? What happened? So my mom was like so happy that I kind of like woke up, and like I really didn't know what was going on this time. I woke up to Caitlin screaming mother. She was screaming so loud, which I didn't blame her, but she was screaming really loud, and she was like in really bad pain and all this. So I grabbed my phone and my wallet, and I get out of the car, and like my sister's like, come sit on the grass, we just had a really bad wreck and we're getting towed and all this and all that. So they walk over there because, you know, the police and the ambulance have to check for injuries and everything. And at this time, they're like, when they was asking us these questions, like, what's going on, you were okay. So my sister is on the phone with our insurance company. My mom and me are talking to the police and the ambulance people. And then they had to call another ambulance to come get Caitlin out of the car because they thought one of us might need to go to the hospital. We was like, no, we're totally fine and everything. So I had a scar. I think it was on this leg right here. It was on one of my legs, but it was like, yeah, it was this leg. Actually, I think it was on this leg. I'm not for sure, but it was like right here. And I also had a scar right there. So you can't really see it anymore, I don't think. But it's like a little scar there. So that's all I had, and my like back was hurting really bad and everything. So after all that was done, I called my aunt, because my aunt actually lived in Montgomery, and where we were, Montgomery was like 30 to 20 minutes away. So she was very like nice enough to come get us and everything. So they called the tow truck people, or they called a tow truck company, because up the road where like all those hotels and gas stations were, like I said, there was a tow truck people, but they was like in the very back, so I didn't know there was a tow truck company until we actually went there. So he was really nice enough to come get our car and bring it to the tow Company and to let us ride with him. So we rode up there, and my aunt and my cousin Gretchen and Karen came and got us, and we had to go back 2 X's up, which is Somerville. So right before we get into all of that, let me just tell y'all. So they had to take Caitlin to the hospital because she had a really bad car wreck before this car wreck, and she had like head injuries and everything, and her left arm was paralyzed. Well, I don't know what happened, but they did say it was broke and she could not move it or anything, so they had to take her to the hospital. So they were going to take her to Somerville, where we was going to get my aunt's truck, and my mom said no, we're going that way. So instead of taking her to Somerville, they took her to Montgomery, one of those hospitals. So, okay, now back to the story where we had to go to Somerville. So we all got in my little cousin's car, or my big cousin's car, and we went down to Somerville, and we picked up my aunt's truck because something was wrong with it and they had to fix it. So me and my cousin and my aunt and my mom and my sister all went back to the tow company where our car got towed. And we picked all of our luggage up from the car and put it in my cousin's car and my aunt's truck. My aunt and my mom and my sister all had to go back to my aunt's house to pick up my other cousin because she was at school and all this was going on, and so, or she was somewhere. Maybe she was already home. I'm not for sure. All I know is my aunt just got off work and she swung by and she got my big cousin and they left. That's all I remember from there. And then somehow they had to go back and get my other cousin because I don't know if she wanted to come with them or what happened. I don't know what happened. But they had to go back to her house and get my other cousin. So then me and Gretchen, which is my big cousin, we all went down. We went down to the hospital they was actually at. And we went back there in the room with them and everything. And then they finally text us. And so my mom had to go to the airport to get another rental car because we wrecked a rental car. And so they went to the airport, picked up the rental car, came to the hospital. And after all this, it was like an hour or two later, and me and my sister were starting to get really, really hungry because the last time we ate was that morning because we did not get to eat at Whataburger because of the wreck. So we were really, really hungry, and by this time it was like 7 o'clock at night, and the wreck happened at like 3 to 3:30. So we was super hungry. And so we went to Hummers, I think. I really don't know what the name of the restaurant was called, but it's like another Buffalo Wild Wings. That's all I know. And so it was me, my two cousins, and my aunt, and my sister, because my mom, she was hurting really bad and she didn't want to go. And then Kathy and Caitlin was at the hospital because Caitlin got hurt really bad. So my aunt kind of told us, because she's a travel nurse / nurse, like she nursed and then she used to do travel nursing. She kept telling us that we need to go to the hospital and all this and all that. And I said, I want to go to the hospital when we come back from this trip and where I get back to my hometown. So like they already know all my information, because at this time my mom did not have none of my information with us because we did not know this was going to go on. And all we had with us, like we didn't have my social security number, we didn't have my insurance card, like we didn't have nothing. And then at my hometown hospital, they had all my stuff on file. So my aunt was like, I totally understand all that. We probably could have got my insurance card and the social security number if we would have like had to look it up and stuff. But anyway, so I actually did not end up going until we got back. So it was like 11:30 and my mom texted me. She said, Caitlin's ready to go. We're getting medicine right now and just gonna fill out a couple paperwork and then we'll be ready to go. So we head on back to the hospital and it was like 12:05 and the doctor came in and said, okay, she's ready to go. We have everything checked. Here's a prescription. Try to find somewhere tomorrow and get her some medication. So we do that and we head on down to the beach because we was only like 2 hours and 30 minutes away from the beach. So we just head on down. And so that Friday comes and everybody got sleep in but me because I was hurting so bad, and like I just did not sleep in because I could not just sleep good. So that night we didn't even do anything that day. We went to the beach. Me and my mom went down there because we was like right on the beach. So we went to the beach for a couple of hours. Or like we just went down there and took a couple of pictures and that's it. And then we back up to our room and like we just stayed in our room the whole day. And then after we stayed in our room, we went out to eat that night to go meet my aunt and my cousin because my mom said, here's y'all free hotel. Come stay with us. We don't mind. So they came down there later that night and they stayed with us. And then we all went out to eat to Margaritaville that night too, which was at the Harbor Walk. So we all stayed down there and like we went and did stuff. And then Saturday came, and my mom wanted to go see some dolphins, so we got on this little boat ride, and we went to go. We didn't see any dolphins, or we saw like 2 dolphins. So we did that, and then we came back to the hotel. We went down to the beach for a little bit the rest of the day, and then that night we went out to eat. And then Sunday came, and this was the time we was gonna leave and everything, so we stayed down there for a little bit and went to surf shops and like bought like souvenirs and everything. And then we headed on back home, and like we got home safe and like everything. That Monday came, my mom took off work because she was still like in pain and everything. And so she took me to the hospital, and her best friend met us up there because her best friend's sister was in that same hospital too. So I went back there, and I got a CAT scan and x-rays on all my body. And all they said was my head was bleeding a little bit from where I hit my head on something. So, yeah. So that is mainly that story. Now I'm going to tell y'all, we got into a wreck. I don't remember the date, but I'll insert it once I find it. We got into another wreck this summer. I kind of want to say like it was like in August or July. We were in Birmingham, and if y'all knew, it was Montgomery, Clayton, and then Birmingham. So Birmingham from us is like an hour and 45 minutes away. So we were in there to go see I think he's my cousin, I'm not for sure. Cause they said he was gonna die, and he actually did. So yeah. And so we was in there to see him, and everything was good. And then we start to leave from the parking garage because we had to head on back home and everything, and it was just getting late at night. And my aunt actually helped us at the other wreck. She came down to visit. So it was like my whole family, because my other cousin was going away from the military, and she's actually there now. So we do miss you. So they were all like having fun and everything. So we go to the parking garage because we was like in the Huntsville or the Birmingham parking garage. And while we're in the parking garage, like, you had to get a ticket there or whatever, and you had to pay for it when you leave or whatever. So we was like waiting in line to leave and to scan our ticket. Well, this lady, I don't know if she looked back or what happened, but she went so fast back and just ran up on our car and everything. It was just crazy. My mom's door ended up, and it was absolutely crazy. Like, this lady, I don't know what happened. Like, I got out and I went up to her. I was like, are you okay? Like, I was kind of mad about it because I was already fresh out, and I just wanted to be home and everything. And I don't know, like, we saw her backing up, but we could not back up. So, like, we started blowing the horn really fast and everything, and, like, she just wouldn't stop. So then finally, like, an hour later, here comes a call, and he, like, takes it and everything. So, yeah. So, those are the 2 wrecks that I've been in this past summer. And so, if y'all want to hear more story times, just let me know, and let me know what it's about, and I will do it if it ever happened to me. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you give this video a big thumbs up, and subscribe, and comment more, and hit the bell to see when I post.